Giles Brandreth, the former MP, broadcaster, and friend to the royals, will publish his much-anticipated book, Elizabeth, An Intimate Portrait, next week. Serialized by the Daily Mail, the book will include a dramatic tale of near-death as Queen Elizabeth II faced a stampeding stallion. The Queen famously adored animals throughout her 96-year-long life, owning several corgis as well as more than 100 horses. One of these, a police service horse named Burmese given to Her Majesty by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, was known to be a particular favourite of hers. The Black Mare, gifted to the Queen in 1969, was ridden by Her Majesty for the Trooping of the Colour for almost 20 years. In 1986, Burmese retired and lived in Windsor, where she was also buried at Home Park Private at the age of 28. And it was there while visiting Burmese, that the Queen had a near-death encounter with a huge stallion. Mr. Brandreth recalled a story told to him by Ian Ogilvy, the English actor and novelist. Mr. Ogilvy said he had been presented to the Queen, who was wearing tweeds, a headscarf, and muddy Wellington boots, during a polo match at Windsor. It was then that Mr. Ogilvy remembered the name of the horse she would ride on ceremonial occasions and proceeded to ask, "I was wondering, ma'am, whatever happened to Burmese?" To this, the Queen's face lit up as she spoke of her great old friend and favourite horse, Burmese. She said, "Oh, my goodness, well, it's funny you should ask because I've just been to see her. She's very old, of course, but she lives here at Windsor, in her own field just half a mile away. So I went into her field, you see, and she came trotting over, as always, because we know each other terribly well, of course, great old friends, in fact, and I always take her a carrot or an apple or something." But as the Queen was feeding Burmese, she heard the terrifying sound of a huge stallion coming her way at full gallop. She continued, "I was just giving it to her, you see, when I heard this awful snorting and thumping noise and I looked up and there was this huge stallion charging at me. At full gallop. I had no idea what he was doing in Burmese's field, but here he was, pounding towards me, and his eyes were all red and his ears were laid back and his enormous teeth were bared, just like this." Mr. Ogilvy said it was then that the late monarch, known for her witty sense of humor and spot-on impressions, performed her homicidal horse routine. Luckily, the Queen bolted as fast as she could out of the field, moments before she was attacked. She added, "I knew without a shadow of doubt that he was going to kill me, so I ran, quite literally ran, as fast as I could to the gate and got out just seconds before he attacked me and, well, the fact is, you very nearly lost your sovereign." Burmese was also present for another frightening incident involving Her Majesty. The Queen had been riding her in 1981 when gunshots were fired. During the Trooping the Colour ceremony that year, the then 17-year-old Marcus Sargent fired 6 blank shots which startled the horse as it walked down the mall. Although Burmese jolted, as she was frightened, the Queen quickly managed to get her under control. Sargent was later prosecuted under the Treason Act and sentenced to 5 years in prison. Giles Brandreth's biography, Elizabeth, An Intimate Portrait, will be published by Michael Joseph on December 8.